Hey, Jill. Have you heard anything from Joe? I just got home and he's not around. He hasn't replied to me since this morning. Is he with you? Jesus Christ! How many times do you have to message me? I'm sorry. I'm just really worried about Joe. I didn't mean to bother you. Well, I feel bothered. I'm having dinner with Joe. Oh, so he's with you. That's right. He finished work early, so he invited me out. We're enjoying a delicious meal at a nice restaurant. Really? He didn't say anything about that. I already cooked dinner for him. So? That's not my problem. We're enjoying the delicious food. He doesn't even want to eat your cooking. I wish he had told me earlier. And why didn't he invite me to go out? Don't you get it? If you came with us, all this delicious food would be ruined because you're annoying. He only made reservations for the two of us from the beginning. I wish he had told me sooner. I wouldn't have wasted my time cooking dinner. Why don't you just eat and freeze the rest? Can you stop nagging about everything? I'm not nagging, Jill. At this point, I don't know what I'm doing in this house. What do you mean by that? Like, what's the point of marrying me if he just leaves me at the house all the time? I feel like I'm always left out in this family. I don't consider you as my family. At the end of the day, blood is thicker than water. This is too much. I don't care what you think. He is my precious son, and we are connected by a special bond. There is no room for you to come in. Oh, really? You know, Joe has been a big mama's boy since he was a kid. I can tell, and I think it's weird. What? He's in his 30s. I think he needs to grow up. Veronica, do you think you can talk to me like that? What? Don't tell me you forgot what I did for you. I helped your mother to get a referral from a famous doctor. Remember? In other words, I saved your mother's life. Yes, I didn't forget that. In exchange for referring a doctor, you asked me to marry your son. I really thought it was a crazy idea, but I fell in love with him. You're welcome. Besides saving your mother's life, you got to marry the son from a prestigious family. But I never thought I'd end up like this. End up like what? You were the one who asked me to marry your son, but like today, you always leave me out. Shut up! Just because you married my son doesn't mean you can come between us. Just shut your mouth and do your chores. Why don't you use your brain more to be useful? I'm sorry. Have fun eating out. Don't tell me what to do, you useless wife. Hey, Veronica. Just so you know, you don't need to cook dinner for Joe today. What? Again? Where are you having dinner this time? Well, we haven't had dinner yet. We're shopping at a mall. Shopping? We're looking for clothes for the trip next month. Oh, really? He never mentioned that he wanted to buy new clothes for our honeymoon. I thought he was the kind of person who doesn't care about fashion. What are you talking about? We're shopping for my clothes. Your clothes? Yeah, I'm going on the honeymoon too. What? Are you serious? Oh, is there any law that a mother can't go on a honeymoon with her son? Not really, but... Then there's no problem, right? I didn't hear anything about it. Oh, well, when we were having dinner yesterday, he invited me. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And you know, it's my and Joe's birthday next month. So I think it's a perfect idea to celebrate our birthdays. together with a honeymoon.
What?
Joe is such a perfect son. He grew up to be the man of my dreams.
That sounds weird to me.
Excuse me? What's weird about the mother loving her son?
Did you hear where we're going for a honeymoon?
Oui.
What?
Oh my God, you are slow. I answered yes in French. You guys are going to France, right?
To be honest, if you're coming on our trip, I want to cancel it.
Why? You hate me that much?
Did you forget that one time when the three of us took a trip together?
Yeah, what about it?
I had to carry the luggage and make all the hotel reservations. To top it off, I paid all the travel expenses, you know.
Of course! That's all your responsibility as a wife.
I don't think so.
You're exaggerating everything.
I don't think I could handle all that stress again.
It was a day trip, and you're saying that? What about this 10-day trip?
What? 10 days? You're asking me to take care of everything for a 10-day trip?
Joe and I will pay for the hotel. You just have to pay for everything else, like the airfare.
Why do I have to pay that much?
I'm broke these days. I started a flamenco class and it costs a lot. Besides, I think you're earning more than Joe.
You're broke?
You don't believe me?
You too often go out, and you buy a lot of luxury branded stuff.
What's that supposed to mean?
For me, it doesn't look like you're broke.
You don't know anything about me. Stop judging me.
I'm not judging or anything.
Joe has already booked the plane tickets, and tomorrow is the payment due.
So it's confirmed that you're coming.
What will happen to your mother if you don't do what I say?
What do you mean?
I referred her to the best doctor in the world, and I hear her condition is getting better.
Yes, she is. I appreciate what you did for my mother.
But if you won't pay for the airfare, I'll talk to the doctor and tell them to kick her out of the hospital.
I don't think you could do that.
Oh, you want to try me? You don't care what happens to your mother?
Fine. I'll pay for the airfare.
Good. Don't you ever talk back to me, okay?
I'm sorry.
All right, then. Please give the payment to Joe by the end of today.
Okay. Jill, where are you? What time are you arriving at the airport? I've been waiting for you guys for 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You two left too early without me. I thought you guys were already here, but I can't see you at the check-in counter. Where are you? Don't tell me you guys are still on your way to the airport.
No way. We are already on the plane.
What?
I wish I could see your stupid face right now. What a poor, miserable woman, being left alone in the airport. We will enjoy this trip, just the two of us.
Wait a minute. Are you sure you know where we're going? Our flight to Paris is almost 2 hours before boarding time.
What? Paris? What are you talking about? We're going to Rome.
I thought we were going to France.
No. We pranked you. Joe never planned for a honeymoon. Instead, he's been planning a birthday trip to Italy.
What? That is so messed up.
Oh, come on. It's just a silly prank on you. By the way, Joe didn't book a ticket for you in the first place.
I knew you were up to something, but I didn't expect it to go this far.
I did a great job, don't you think?
It's too much.
You're an idiot for falling for it.
Why did you do this?
Because you would ruin our trip if you came with us. Don't you get it? Joe enjoys being with me.
But still, you don't have to lie to me like this. This is so messed up.
Lately, you've been so cocky. I just wanted to teach you a lesson.
I don't understand why you're doing this to me. You were the one who asked me to marry your son.
Because Joe was crazy about you that time.
What do you mean?
Because you have a face like his favorite actress. He begged me to do something to make you marry him.
What?
Well, Joe told me that he loves me the most. So I gave him what he wanted.
So he only loved my looks?
Yes, but he told me he's tired of you now. I never thought you would fall in love with my son too. Seriously, you're so cocky. I don't even want to accept you as family.
It was my biggest mistake that I married Joe.
Oh my God! Are you crying right now?
No, but this is the worst.
You really thought you would go to France? Poor you!
I just received a message from Joe. He said, "Do you understand who is in a higher position?" What the hell? What's that supposed to mean?
That's my son!
Please return my money.
I can't, because I'm using it for shopping.
I knew that was your plan all along.
Oh, we did another prank on you. I took your credit card out of your wallet.
What? No way you did that.
Joe helped me, so it was easy to get it. If you think I'm lying, why don't you look in your wallet now?
Oh my God, my credit card is not here.
Oh dear, how dumb are you?
What you did is a crime.
It's your fault for not keeping your wallet in the safe.
What? That doesn't mean it's okay to take it.
Shut up! Suck on it, you idiot!
I don't deserve all this.
Yes, you do. You are being cocky. You need to get punished.
Seriously? What did I do to you?
You know what? With the money you gave Joe and your credit card, I bought a very expensive branded bag.
What?
I bought 2 bags I've wanted for a long time. Joe bought a watch and shoes.
You will regret this.
Why would I? Oh dear, you are so miserable.
I will call my credit card company right now.
If you do that, I'll tell my son to divorce you. Then you know what I would do to your mother?
Please do not involve my mom into this.
Shut up! Well then, we will have fun in Rome. Buongiorno, Veronica. We are coming back tomorrow, so please pick us up at the airport. I won't take no for an answer.
How can you ask me to do that after what you did?
Our birthday trip was the best. I can't wait to show you all the photos we took.
I'm not interested.
Are you still mad at me? You are so immature. I wish I could have seen how miserable you were. Hey, did you cry in public at the airport? Did you try to chase after the plane? And then the staff seized you and dragged you away? I wish someone took a video of it and uploaded it on social media. Oh God, that would be hilarious.
Is that all you have to say?
Oh, come on, it's just a joke.
You know what? I got you a birthday present, both for you and Joe.
What kind of birthday present?
It's a surprise. It will ruin the surprise if I tell you.
What are you up to?
Nothing.
Stop lying and tell me already.
All right, I'll tell you.
What is it?
Happy birthday to scums. Happy birthday, assholes. Happy birthday, dear idiots. Happy birthday to you.
Excuse me?
Did you like my song? My present to you guys is divorce papers and a lawsuit.
What?
And an even bigger surprise, you guys have a warrant out for your arrest. I got a ticket for your special flight.
What the hell is going on?
I talked to my lawyer and I'm suing both of you. I'm going to make you pay for everything you did to me.
Hey, Veronica, calm down.
I already have all the evidence. There's no way you can get away with it. Be prepared.
Wait a minute. We didn't do anything that bad.
Are you serious? You've been harassing me every single day.
I didn't mean it.
There was one day you threw my food all over the floor, and you forced me to crawl on the floor to eat my food.
It was just a joke.
And there was a time your scum mama's boy told me to lick his shoes. He treated me like a slave.
Joe didn't mean it. Oh my God, you took everything too seriously.
I had insomnia because of you. I'm still going to the psychiatrist. Of course, I submitted the medical certificate as evidence.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to jail, right? Don't tell me you told the police about the credit card. I'll give it back now, so give me a break.
Do you think I'm only talking about the credit card?
You're not?
Do you think I don't know? You committed another crime before, right?
What?
I know you stole a purse at the flamenco class.
I know nothing about it.
And you framed an innocent person, making that person pay for the money you stole?
How did they find out about all that?
The victim came to the house. I talked to her and we went to the police together.
No way!
When I checked your car, I found a purse and other belongings of students. I submitted that as evidence.
Jesus Christ! What have you done?
That's my line. Don't worry, you two will be arrested together.
What? What did Joe do?
He harassed a subordinate and embezzled company money. The police came to see the house the other day.
What?
I already told the police when you will be back. You two can't get away with this anymore.
Screw that! We did nothing wrong.
You already admitted that you committed a crime. You can't get away with it. Just take responsibility for what you did.
I don't want to go to jail.
It's all your fault. You and your son are scumbags.
What's the matter with you? Don't you disrespect me.
Why not? You two are the scummiest.
Shut up. You will regret what you did.
I do regret marrying your son. Oh, one more thing.
What is it this time?
I've canceled my credit card a few days ago.
Oh, really? Then I'll talk to the doctor and ask him to kick your mother out of the hospital.
That won't be a problem.
What do you mean?
Just yesterday was my mother's checkup day. I told the doctor exactly what you told me. Do you know what the doctor said?
What?
He said, I don't give up on patients for such a stupid reason. He was angry that you tried to bribe him.
Wait a minute. I'm in trouble. I don't think we can go home after all.
Don't you have round-trip tickets?
Joe got pickpocketed. They took his bag, our passports, tickets, and all our money are gone.
You can speak Italian, right? I'm sure you'll be fine.
What? I can't speak Italian.
You said buongiorno earlier.
Oh, shut up. You should do something about your husband and mother-in-law.
I can't do anything about it. Besides, I'm divorcing Joe.
Oh my God, no! Please, help us.
Just come home, okay? The police are waiting for you at the airport.
Oh no! Please help me!
When I was abandoned at the airport, I was seething with anger. But looking back, I am glad that I was able to get a divorce because of this incident. At the time, I married a man that I only knew for a few days. He was a terrible mama's boy, and his mother was insane. It was never going to work out. I wish I realized that sooner. Jill and Joe managed to return home from their trip. They got caught by the police at the airport and taken to the station. When the two were arrested, they were yelling it wasn't their fault and causing a scene. It was chaos at the airport, and soon, everyone was sharing their crazy video online. It went viral and even made the news later on. Jill got a 1-year jail sentence. However, when Jill was first separated from her son, she began acting erratically in jail. She often had trouble with inmates, resulting in her jail time getting longer. Similarly, Joe also received a jail sentence. Unlike Jill, Joe's new environment without his mother changed him. He realized his mistakes and actively engaged in activities in jail. Recently, he became a model inmate. His sentence was reduced, and he is doing his best to get out of prison. As for me, my life is so much better after that incident. I received reimbursement for the payment that Jill and Joe used on my credit card. Joe tried to reconcile, but of course I said no. We proceeded with the divorce, and I finally ended the relationship with that crazy family. Now I'm back at my parents' house. My mother's condition is improving steadily. What Jill did to me is unforgivable. But I can't thank her enough for recommending the best doctor for my mother. According to the lawyer, the reason they stole money was Jill's late husband's passing. Her late husband was managing all the finances at the time. But after he passed away, Jill and Joe used all his inheritance to live extravagantly. Their habits continued, leading them to steal money to maintain their lavish lifestyle. I hope they learn their lesson this time and can get back on their feet.
Bob, what is this? What are you doing? Don't be silly.
What about it? What are you so irritated about so early in the morning? You'll get wrinkles.
Huh? How can I not be angry at you for doing this to me? I just woke up and looked in the mirror, and there's graffiti all over my face. What's happened to my hair? It looks like a bird's nest. I can't go outside like this. Why did you do this to me?
Why? Because it is for YouTube. It's a project where you surprise your sleeping fiancée and see if she wakes up or not. You don't wake up at all, no matter what I do. You don't wake up when I pinch your nose or pinch your cheeks. You're sleeping with your stomach exposed, talking in your sleep, and it's really funny. I thought it would be fun to cut your hair since you don't respond to any of it. You looked like a middle-aged man with no makeup and snoring.
I was really busy and tired yesterday. It's not my fault. You know, we're getting married. We're having our wedding in 4 months. And you pull this stupid prank? Well, I can handle the graffiti if I wash it as hard as I can. How are you going to fix my hair? I can't do the hair I wanted to do with this length. Unbelievable.
Don't be that mad, okay? We've got 4 months to go, so it'll grow a little.
You know, the way you said that, you don't feel sorry at all.
That's not true. I'm sorry I got carried away. You're right. Forgive me.
You're really sorry?
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I didn't think you'd be that angry. I don't know what I'm doing. I ended up hurting you.
If you're sorry, I'll let it go. You wanted to get more views on YouTube, so you overdid it. I understand that, but it's a bit much. But if you promise not to do it again, I'll forgive you this time.
Janet, thank you. I swear I won't ever do anything like this again.
Yes, promise me. And tell your sister not to do this anymore. Even though you were with me, she entered the house without permission while I was sleeping. We're going to be a family, but give me a break.
Yeah, I get it. I let her in because I couldn't film without her. It was my fault, but I'll tell her.
Thank you. And please don't post this face on YouTube. I mean, I snored and my belly was on show, right? I don't want you to publish that. and I don't want people around me to talk about this. Cutting a sleeping person's hair is a bit much. I'm sure some people would be offended by watching this on YouTube.
Well, maybe I was getting a little carried away. I'm not going to upload this video. I didn't mean to hurt you. I love you. And I'm really sorry I made you feel bad.
It's okay. I know you didn't mean it. You swore you wouldn't do it again. Promise?
Of course, I'll make you happy, Janet.
Okay. Thank you.
I didn't think it would work out this well. The prank was a big success. You would be the only one who fell into the ocean and drowned at a wedding in Hawaii, right?
What the hell are you doing? You said this would never happen again.
I forgot that promise.
How is this a prank? Throwing me into the ocean in my wedding dress? The people at the ceremony noticed right away and helped me out, so I survived, but a wedding dress is so heavy. And I was wearing stiletto. Of course I would drown.
I know. That's why it's so funny.
Huh? Bob, are you out of your mind? I almost lost my life because of you.
You're really overreacting, aren't you? I was going to save you once I could film a funny video.
Video. YouTube is that important?
Yes, it's important. It's my source of income.
You say you forgot your promise, but you weren't really sorry at all.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to make funny videos. To do that, I can't be mediocre. I have to do something as outrageous as this to get the attention. You're going to be my wife, so you should know that. Thanks to you, I got a really good video. Your desperate face as you were drowning is really hilarious. And your makeup smeared all over your face. I can't get over this. That's my wife.
Why did you lie about being sorry?
Because if I didn't say so, you'd be wary of me. If you get angry and say that you'll cancel the wedding, it'd ruin the prank I have been planning.
You weren't worried that I might not marry you. It was that the prank wouldn't work.
What the hell? Don't be too sensitive. I mean, you hurry up and get dressed and put on your makeup. We can't keep the attendees waiting any longer, can we?
What are you talking about? Do you really think we're still having our wedding?
Of course. What the hell are you talking about? My sister is frantically editing the video of you nearly drowning in the ocean right now. If we play it to the guests, I'm sure it'll buy time, but it won't be enough. I could play the prank video of you sleeping the other night. I'm sure people would enjoy that one a little.
I told you not to release that video. And you're going to show a video of me drowning at my wedding? You guys are crazy.
What are you talking about? You're too narrow-minded. I was just trying to be funny. What's wrong with that?
Enough. The marriage is off.
What?
Of course. I was a fool for thinking I'd marry someone like you.
Huh? Is this something to be so angry about?
That's why I said I don't want to marry someone who doesn't understand this.
Breaking off? What are you talking about? We're in the middle of our wedding right now. There's no way we can do that now. Don't you feel sorry for the staff at the wedding venue? And most importantly, and the guests who came all the way to Hawaii?
I'm going to take those words right back at you. You're the one who ruined the wedding. I didn't understand what happened when you suddenly pushed me into the sea. But I still clearly remember the screams of everyone. You don't know the difference between screaming and being happy. You must be crazy. People would understand if I said I wanted to call off the wedding.
You're really calling off the ceremony?
I told you I'm breaking off the marriage, and I don't want to marry you.
Oh, okay. Then that's fine. I mean, maybe I'm lucky I didn't marry you.
Oh, yeah. Say what you want.
Yeah, I'll say it as many times as I want. You know what? I'm a big YouTuber, and unlike you, I'm popular. There are plenty of potential marriage partners out there.
What? Did you cheat on me?
Of course, a guy as popular as me. Did you think you were the only one? How cheeky can you be? I have 3 other girlfriends besides you now.
Thank you very much for being so open. I knew we shouldn't have gotten married.
Are you sure about that? You'll regret it.
What are you talking about? You're the one who's going to regret it.
Huh? There's no way I'm going to regret it. Don't get carried away.
I'll call off the wedding and let the staff and the guests know.
Are you sure? Thanks. Sis, she's going to cancel the wedding.
What? Seriously? Just because she got pushed into the ocean by us? Ugh, she's really a boring woman. Bob, it's really a good thing you didn't marry that woman. I didn't like her for a long time. She's ugly and has a bad sense of humor. I wondered why you were marrying a woman like that.
I didn't like her at all. But she was the most convenient of my 4 girlfriends. That's all. She's an idiot. She didn't even know I was cheating on her. She makes the most money, so I don't have to spend it on her. But maybe I'm not a good judge of character, you know? Because she has no idea how YouTube works.
Seriously? Why doesn't she get this? Like the video of her sleeping the other day and this one of her falling into the sea? She looked so ugly. I can't stop laughing no matter how many times I watch it.
I know, right? Well, she really doesn't like it, so it was worth the prank, though, wasn't it? Seeing people when they really don't like it is what I live for. That makes me so happy.
You're such an asshole. Don't ever say that to anyone but me. Our YouTube channel is called Prank. But don't forget that the theme of our YouTube is to make people smile with pranks, okay?
I know that. That's not what I want, but I still have to give the impression that I'm a nice person, because if I don't, I'll get in trouble.
That's right. While we're texting like this, I just finished editing the video of her drowning in the ocean. Shall I upload it right away?
Sis, you're a genius. Let's upload it. And now that the marriage is broken off, I'll do whatever I want. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of views this time.
Okay, I'll get it up right away.
Thanks. Sis, what the hell is going on? What's up with this latest video? And our texts are being exposed. Comments like, "You're the worst" and "You cheated us." I've been inundated with complaints, and the number of subscribers is going down. Why did you upload this video?
I can't help it. I was seen texting with you the whole time. I was threatened like, do as I say or I'll tell everyone you know about what you did. They caught me pushing her into the water on video. I was told that she could report it to the police. I'd be in trouble if she did that, wouldn't I?
Who the hell is this woman?
She says she was her best friend. She says she was Mary. Do you know her?
That woman. She's Janet's best friend. Damn it. But that doesn't mean you could betray me, sis.
Well, I was doing YouTube just for fun.
But YouTube is all I do for a living. You can't do this to me.
I value myself most. I wasn't in the video. And even if this YouTube got flamed, I won't be affected.
Oh no. Did you get paid to betray me, sis? By any chance?
I got busted. She said that if you cooperate, she won't do anything that could harm me. What's more, she says she'll give me $1,000 in return. I've come all the way to Hawaii, so I want to have a lot of fun. But it's expensive here. $1,000 would be quite helpful.
Sis, please delete the video. If more people see it, my YouTuber life will be over.
It's too late, you know. If you delete the video with all these comments, you don't know what they'll say. Are you really okay with that?
Oh no. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Hey, what have you done? Using your best friend to threaten my sister? That's not fair. Thanks to you, my YouTube life could be over. Can you take responsibility for that?
Don't you dare talk to me like that. I didn't threaten anyone. Mary said that when she asked your sister if she could cooperate with her for $1,000, she got on board right away.
Oh no.
Besides, I did the same thing you did.
What do you mean the same thing?
You love pranks, don't you? So I thought I'd pull a prank too. I wanted to see how people would react to a YouTube clip like this.
Don't be silly. It's not a prank.
Oh, really? I don't know what a prank is.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, stop blaming me. The fact that your YouTube channel is flooded with comments and complaints, and the number of subscribers is decreasing rapidly is all your fault.
Huh? Why is that?
It's your fault for deceiving your viewers, isn't it? The truth is you love seeing people not liking something. But you say you love seeing pranks that make people smile? That's why you get criticized, because you tell lies like that. You deserve it.
It's
a good thing I didn't marry a piece of shit like you. You quit your job without telling me. Did you really think you could make a living doing nothing but YouTube? Give me a break. You're a beaten down YouTuber who doesn't even make much money. If you really think you're loved by the 3 girlfriends, you're really hilarious.
Huh? They love me. Why do I have to put up with hearing something like that?
Because I contacted them.
Huh?
I asked Mary to get your girlfriend's contacts from your sister. Then I told them that your YouTube channel blew up. I also told them that if they don't break up with you right now, I'm going to charge them alimony for the affair. All 3 of them said that they would leave without hesitation. They even said that they didn't really like you. I kind of feel sorry for you.
Why would you go that far?
I told you, didn't I? You're the one who'll regret it.
Oh no. Please, forgive me, please.
You got it all wrong, don't you? I don't care about you anymore. After your channel blew up like that, your YouTube career will be over. I don't give a shit about you anymore. So I'll see you. Bye-bye. Janet, pay me $1,000 like you promised. I cooperated with you, didn't I? What are you talking about? Huh? Don't be silly. Did I promise to pay you $1,000 to you? I didn't. Your friend Mary promised me, so it's just like you promised me. Oh no, Susan. Did you believe it? Huh? It's just a prank. If I pull a prank by offering you to pay $1,000, will you betray your brother? Huh? Don't be silly. That's not a prank. It's not? I don't really understand that kind of thing. You've got to be kidding me. I shouldn't have cooperated with you. You really are the worst. Just so you know, my payback doesn't end here. Huh? When you go back home, there may be no place for you at work. What? What do you mean? I contacted the company where you work. I gave them the video of you pushing me into the ocean. And I also told them that you edited the YouTube video that blew up. Why would you do that? It's obvious, isn't it? I'm just trying to get back at you. I will never forgive you and your brother. You guys made fun of me. Your company doesn't allow side jobs, right? People around you will have a very cold look. You either resign voluntarily or be fired for violating the law. Oh no, I'm about to lose my income from YouTube. And on top of that, I'm going to lose my job? You've already lost one thing. You betrayed your brother Bob so easily, it made me laugh. Bob will never forgive you for that. Oh no. I'll block you now that I feel better. Goodbye. Bob couldn't deal with a YouTube channel that blew up. He closed the channel in tears. Bob is unemployed, has lost all of his girlfriends, and he has been staying at home. As for Susan, everyone at work found out that she pushed me into the ocean at her brother's wedding. And on top of that, she was called by HR for working on the side. She chose to resign voluntarily. The other day, I happened to see them arguing with each other. When they saw me, they started trembling. I was really happy. Both of them are unemployed, and they don't seem to get along. Serves them right. I'm going to forget about these two jerks and enjoy the rest of my life.
Andrea, today is our first meeting. Are you nervous?
Yes, I am. I'm a little nervous. But I'm fine because Tom is here.
Is that so? I called you because I was worried about you, but it seems like no problem. Tom and I have known each other since childhood, and now I'm also your sister-in-law. He's important to me. I thought I could give you some advice if you need.
Thanks. I'm grateful that you made a group thread for us. I'll do my best to support him, so please help me.
Well, I'll be watching you from afar. He's very important to me, and I want a good person for him. Now that he chose you, make sure you live up to his expectations.
Oh, sure.
Well, I won't get my hopes up too much. I hope you can be a proper wife for Tom.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Olivia, you don't have to say that to Andrea. She's doing her best. This group thread is for helping her, not preaching.
I know, Tom. But I think Andrea needs to work harder, so I've been kind of blunt of it. It's called the whip of love.
Don't worry, Tom. I'll do my best to fit into your family like Olivia does.
Well, you do your best. You wouldn't be as good as me, though. Like you, I have a long history with Tom and his brother John.
I know.
By the way, Andrea, are you good at housework? Tom is a picky eater. Don't force him to eat things he doesn't like.
I'm good at cooking.
That's right, Andrea. Your food is one of the reasons I fell for you.
Oh yeah, you praised her for being a good cook. But taste is not the only point you should think about. Nutrition is the key for health. That's what a wife should be concerned about.
You're right. I'll do my best to learn various dishes and make Tom happy.
Okay, then I'm relieved.
Since Andrea is doing her best, I'll do my best too.
That's the spirit. Andrea, please take good care of Tom, will you?
Yes, I will. I will do my best to support him. Thank you, Olivia.
Well then, I'll see you later. Don't be clumsy in front of his parents.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And I look forward to seeing your kids, Olivia.
Yeah, I'll bring them all. Bye.
We finally did the wedding. It was great, right?
It really was. Everyone was smiling and congratulating us. It was just like a dream day.
I miss you now, darling. The dress was beautiful. The venue was beautifully decorated. Everything was perfect except for you had to leave right after the ceremony.
You were stunning. I wouldn't forget how beautiful you were. Sorry, I have to leave due to the trouble at the office that only I can fix.
Do you think it's a bad omen?
Nah, don't say weird things. Everyone said you looked like a princess.
Thanks. You looked really cool in your tuxedo. Everyone said you looked like the hero of a movie.
Did they? That's quite a compliment. It seems like our friends and family enjoyed the time. It was a good wedding.
Right. I was especially moved to tears when my father said, "Happy life," with tears in his eyes.
I was also moved to tears when your mother said, "Please take care of her from now on."
The first bite was fun too. It was such a beautiful cake that I was at a loss where to poke. And I made a mess putting cream on your face. Everyone laughed and gave us cheers.
Yeah, and the first dance. The song we chose was perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah. That song holds special memories for me, so I was really happy to be able to dance to it.
I felt the same way. I felt like I could do anything with you, honey.
Same here, darling. But I was also a little worried about my life from now on.
Andrea, you don't need to feel anxious. We can overcome anything.
I know. Thank you. With you, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Of course. Let's keep the promise we made that day.
Sure. I'll be with you through happy times and sad times. I'm so happy that I still receive many congratulatory messages from friends and family.
You can tell that everyone wants us to be happy, can't you?
I was especially touched when Grandma and Grandpa said, "Be good to each other forever."
Me too. It was a real great day with all the family there.
Oh yeah. The food at the reception was delicious and I was so happy that everyone said it was so good.
Yes, it was. And your speech. I almost cried when you expressed your gratitude.
Thanks. I wanted to express my gratitude to everyone. And I think it was because you were there for me that I was able to give such a moving speech.
I'm grateful to you too, honey.
I am really happy to be with you, darling.
Let's build a happy family together from now on.
Sure. I love you, Tom. I'll be with you forever.
Love you too, Andrea. We'll be together till the end of the time.
Hey, Tom. Why are Olivia and her 6 kids here in our guest room making so much noise? Where are you now? When will you come back from your shopping?
Are you already back to the hotel? It's a little early until our promised time, right? I mean, didn't I tell you? I told Olivia that our honeymoon will be at a luxury hotel in Miami, and we will be staying in a suite room. Then her kids wanted to go, so I ended up booking another room for them at the same hotel.
What? I don't get it. Why would you let your sister-in-law and her kids stay at the same hotel while you are at honeymoon? And there are 6 kids.
I told you before the travel that I'm taking Olivia and her 6 kids on our honeymoon. I also asked you to pay the bills and take care of the kids. Don't you remember?
I thought you were joking. It's way far beyond reality. I don't really understand. Why on earth you decided to bring them just because they wanted to come?
I told you, because they wanted. Do you need any other reason? They're frolicking in our room right now, but they're just curious about how the suite look like. They have their room to stay, so don't worry about it.
Huh?
Even though Olivia and I have known each other since childhood, she doesn't want to disturb the honeymooners' night out. She says John would be angry with her if she went too far. Olivia is very thoughtful, right?
If she was really thoughtful, she wouldn't have come along on the honeymoon in the first place, would she? And bringing 6 undisciplined kids with her, it's unbelievable.
Oh, come on. They are okay.
I just looked at the bedding, which was beautiful earlier, but now it's a mess. The flowers in the vase are scattered all over the floor and make it soaking wet. They drank and ate the juice and snacks in the refrigerator stocked in the room without permission, leaving food scraps and bags all over the place. I have no choice but to call the hotel staff to clean off this terrible mess. What will they think when they see it? It's really embarrassing.
Hey, they're just kids. Go easy on them.
Kids are kids, for sure. But we can't let them do anything. They might damage the hotel's property. I think they need some discipline. Don't you think so? Besides, I think it's probably wine that Olivia drank on her own and spilled, but there's a big stain on the carpet. This is definitely something that the hotel is going to have to reimburse us for.
Take it easy now. We're on vacation, after all. Don't worry too much and just enjoy time here. It's a lot of fun to have a childhood friend and her 6 kids on a honeymoon.
Hey, Tom. Could it be that you're trying to make me angry on purpose?
Huh? What's that?
I see. You really don't think that, do you?
Oh, that's right. My brother John is overseas, so basically they need to pay for utilities and other things double, right? Plus, with 6 kids, it's hard for Olivia to pay for travel. And she probably wants to have time to enjoy without kids once in a while, right? I want to make her happy too. So you pay the bills and take care of the kids, okay?
What? I don't get it. What are you thinking?
It's a good opportunity for you to practice parenting.
Huh? What are you thinking, practicing child rearing with someone else's kids on my honeymoon?
Olivia is our relative, and you will have relationship for long.
That's that. This is this.
If you don't want to take care of the kids, why don't you just go home? I'm just kidding. Well, it's Miami after all. Let's all have a good time together. Hey, Andrea? Where are you? You were so angry earlier, so I let you go your separate ways for now. How long are you going to stay mad at me? Don't be so childish. You didn't come back for the dinner we had reserved. I didn't want to waste it, so I invited Olivia. The dinner was great. It looked like a honeymoon for me and Olivia. Hey, come back soon. The kids are at the hotel's daycare. You're going to pay for that if you don't come back. Don't waste your money. The longer you're away, the higher the cost. Hey, Andrea, stop ignoring me and act like an adult. The honeymoon is almost over, and I can't find you anywhere. Where the hell are you? Olivia's 6 kids, whom you're supposed to be looking after, are completely out of control. With them around, Olivia and I can't enjoy our honeymoon properly.
You call this a honeymoon with Olivia? Honestly, I don't know whether to laugh or cry at that.
It's because you're not coming home. Olivia is taking care of me because my wife ruined the honeymoon.
Who do you think ruined the honeymoon? You brought others along without even asking. And I can't wrap my head around how the 2 of you are just carrying on as if this strange situation is normal.
Enough now. Just come back. Taking care of these kids is really tough.
It's ridiculous that you think I'm going back. I'm already back home.
What?
Didn't you notice that my carry-on case is missing from the room?
Huh? Seriously? Home? You mean our home?
I spent last night at a 24-hour restaurant, and luckily I managed to catch a flight home this morning.
No. What are you thinking?
Because you don't need me, right?
Of course I do. I'll need you to reimburse me for the accommodation fees for 7 people, including Olivia's kids. I paid in advance, but I'll be expecting you to cover your share later. My wallet's empty right now. But I was going to ask you to cover the extra charges when we checked out, remember? I mentioned it before, didn't I? Are you crazy? What the hell is wrong with your memory?
What are you even relying on? I had no idea Olivia and her kids were joining us. There's a limit to how much money I can afford to pay. That hotel costs at least $300 per night. Sure, the children's rates are cheaper, and the cost per person decreases with more people in the room. But why should I foot the bill for Olivia and her kids?
Consider it a fee for practicing parenting skills.
I never asked her that.
Don't you want to be a mom? You told Olivia you'd do your best to make me happy, didn't you?
Huh?
Think of it as a rehearsal for that.
Why are you bringing it up now?
Because you're going to have my baby anyway.
Me? Your baby? Can't you imagine how I'm feeling right now? Regardless, it's just absurd to think that you're practicing parenting with someone else's kids.
How is that absurd?
What I'm saying is it's highly irresponsible to take care of kids without any experience or knowledge.
Huh?
For example, you're aware that childcare workers require specific knowledge and skills. It takes time and experience to develop these abilities. Brief practice sessions won't suffice, and you should exercise caution in such manners. Even if someone has some knowledge or certifications, it doesn't automatically qualify them to provide childcare under all circumstances.
Is that what it is?
Typically, you wouldn't entrust your children to someone inexperienced if you possess common sense. Well, I don't believe Olivia possesses much common sense, to be honest.
Well, just handle the money for now. We'll chat later. Andrea, I need the money right away.
Huh?
I told you my wallet is empty. I'm trying to check out of the hotel, but the bill's much higher than I anticipated. I asked about the breakdown, and it turns out that Olivia racked up hefty charges on beauty treatments and room service. And they're all being billed to me. I was counting on you to cover Olivia's expenses here. If I don't settle this bill, I can't leave. Please, I'm begging you.
Tom, I've been thinking. You rely too much on other people's wallets.
What? We're a couple, so it's fine, right?
No, I'm not talking about that anymore.
Anyway, I'm not talking about who's going to pay for whose share now. I can't check out without money. I can settle up later. Money, for God's sake.
Why don't you just take the money out of your own account or use a credit card?
I didn't bring them with me.
Huh?
No, I thought I brought them, okay? I packed all my credit cards and cash cards in a small bag, but I can't find it. I wanted to do some shopping with them.
Oh, that's too bad.
What?
When I found around your dresser, I found it on the floor.
Seriously? Hey, please send me the money.
If you mean sending it to your account, that won't work, right? You don't have your cash card with you.
Oh, right.
Either way, I'm not going to give you my money.
Oh no, I'm seriously stuck.
That's true, and on top of that, there's more trouble waiting for you.
What do you mean?
Your brother is coming back.
What? John's coming back?
He got my contact information through your mother. He said he'd only suspected a relationship for a long time, but now he's realized the truth. He said he had always suspected you and Olivia. Even though he only comes home a few times a year, he still has 2 kids.
He always suspected?
Yeah, well, you didn't even try to hide it, did you?
No, what do you mean, relationship? It's just the 3 of us, including John, have always been close.
He said he knows a lot about you and her, and he wants to share it. So my parents and I are off to see him now.
Wait, what?
Then I'll stay at my parents' home and won't return.
Damn, I can't believe I have to ask my parents to send me money by registered mail. That's because you didn't come up with the money. I just wanted to make my sister-in-law and nephews happy, but everyone's getting mad at me.
Are you still going to lie about that?
Huh?
You planned to bring Olivia secretly on our honeymoon. All you wanted was to go on a date with her, but she was jealous of the suite. So you let her in it while I was away. And then I came back earlier than you expected and found out she was there.
You pretended to be silly so I wouldn't find out about the affair, didn't you?
How did you know such detail?
John hired a private eye and the result of the investigation corroborated what I had seen. It's a stupid guess, but judging from your reaction, I'm sure it's true, isn't it? Are you really crazy?
Seriously, you know almost everything.
By the way, I heard they're going to do a DNA test on Olivia's kids.
Oh yeah, John told me on the phone. He said it wasn't necessary.
He asked you to submit a specimen too, right? Olivia had a lot of boyfriends, didn't she? I can imagine some of the consequences, but it doesn't change the fact that we're getting a divorce. Well, depending on the case, I might charge you a lot of alimony.
Don't scare me, will you?
Well then, a lawyer will be there shortly, so please talk to him.
Andrea?
Please don't contact me directly from now on. Please go through my lawyer.
No, wait a minute.
I don't have anything to say, so goodbye.
Andrea.
John and Tom's mother was proud of her close-knit family and genuinely thought Tom was helping John's wife because her husband was overseas. However, the results of the DNA test showed that her vision was wrong. Shockingly, 3 of Olivia's kids were actually Tom's. To begin with, she had an iffy relationship with Tom even before she started dating John. John was shocked and divorced Olivia, declaring that he could no longer stay with them. But to his mother, they are still her grandchildren. She couldn't just throw them away and decided to have Tom and Olivia get married and raise all the kids. Olivia, who used to be a housewife, now works from morning to night to pay the alimony. She's having a hard time making ends meet. It seems that the relatives are discussing how to support the children in the future. I just hope that they don't get caught up in hell that their parents have put them through. And John is so shocked that he can't even eat. It's hard for me too, but I guess he is even more hurt by the betrayal of 2 people he had a history with and trusted. No wonder the bond between the siblings has been broken beyond repair. He is paying for his kids, but he has gone back overseas, saying he will never return home again. The rash decision hurt the whole family. I think this time has been a good lesson and I will enjoy my life.
Hi, mother-in-law. Thank you for taking care of me for 35 years. Were you expecting me to say that? What? You're still an unlivable daughter-in-law until the very end. From now on, I don't want to call you mother-in-law anymore. I'll call you Rose instead. Do as you like. I don't even want to remember you were technically my daughter-in-law. Let's cut ties completely while we're at it. For once, we finally agree. So, when are you gonna move out? Get out already. If you're not gone by the time Leo and I get back, you'll be sorry. My moving boxes are already packed, and I'm just waiting for my ride now. Oh, I see. You married into this family 35 years ago. I heard everyone in your family had passed away, leaving you with no relatives. So you managed to find a friend to give you a ride? Surprising. Haha. What time are you leaving? I'm out of here in 10 minutes. Oh, okay. I'll kick you out if you stay longer than that. No need to worry. What do you mean? I want to leave here as soon as possible too. I'm already waiting outside the front door. What? You can't be serious. Standing outside with all your belongings? Yes, I am. What about it? On a scorching day like this with no shade? What are you doing? You're right. It's terribly hot today, isn't it? Are you actually concerned about me? How sweet of you. At least wait inside. The neighbors would think something. It's too late for that. Everyone knows what a mean, abusive wife you are. What? You took advantage of my caregiving experience to dump caring for your parents on me. You pushed all the housework onto me. You made me care for your father too. And then as soon as it was all done, you forced me to divorce your son and kicked me out. The whole neighborhood knows about it. What? You can't be serious. You didn't know about that? To badmouth me to the neighbors out of spite for the divorce? How could you? You think the neighbors would believe you? It's a fact. You seem confused, but I didn't do anything. What? You don't know the neighbors heard you screaming insults at me?
What are you talking about?
The neighbors kept expressing concern for me. Like the time you locked me out at night, they took me in. They even suggested calling the police because it was so bad.
When did I ever do that?
I just told them not to make a big deal, and that after all, you're still family. Oh, looks like my ride is arriving soon. Anything else to say before we end this chat? If not, I'll put the keys in the mailbox, okay?
Wait a minute.
I married in at 21, naive and helpless for 35 years. Leo and your family were so kind. Lily, everyone but you, and 35 years living with my in-laws, I endured a lot.
Hey, can we talk for a minute? Before you go, I want you to tell the neighbors the truth, that you weren't abused. I'll be home in a minute.
Oops, sorry, I already got in the car. Goodbye.
Clara, I may be imagining things, but I didn't see you pull up to that fancy store in Rodeo Drive in a blacked out luxury car, did I? What's going on? Whose fancy car was that? And who was that man with you? Don't tell me you've already got a new guy as soon as you got divorced. Have you no shame? After being a housewife for 35 years, how can you afford a car like that? The divorce settlement was only meant to cover basic living expenses for a while. What's really happening here? Clara, aren't you going to explain yourself? What's the deal? You know you're supposed to answer my calls right away. How dare a daughter-in-law make her mother-in-law wait like this?
Leo, how are things on your end? Is your mother still furious with you? I've been getting so many angry calls and text messages from her.
She's really scary when she's like this. Are you okay? You can't let it affect your health again. Just block Mom, that might be best.
You're right. Even thinking about her is too painful.
When I get home from work earlier, my mom seemed more confused than angry when she saw me.
I mean, she knows I don't have enough money for a luxury car like that. I was surprised to even be in that car myself. I was just going shopping with my brother. She jumped to conclusions as usual. I'll try to set her straight.
In hindsight, it was smart you never told Mom about your half-brother.
Anyway, is the rest of the plan still on track?
Ah, yes. It should all fall into place in about 2 more months. That's when my sister and her family return from their overseas assignment. My mother's scheme will unravel then. It'll work out. We just have to hang in there until then.
Yes, I am waiting patiently for you.
Leo, answer the phone. What the hell is going on? Explain yourself. What happened? I'm at work, but what is this all about? I haven't heard anything. What are you talking about? Why is your sister's stuff delivered here? The delivery guy said it would be in the afternoon, but oh well. What are you talking about? Why would Leah's belongings from abroad get delivered to our house? Oh wait, didn't I mention she said she's coming back home today with her stuff? Huh? Mom, are you going senile? I told you about this months ago.
Huh? What? I don't remember that at all.
I said Leah's husband's overseas assignment was ending, so the whole family is moving back. And that eventually we'd live together with the grandkids, so we're renovating this house to make it a multi-family home. Remember?
What are you going on about? Renovating? This is my house. It can't be done without my permission.
What, Mom, did you forget that too? After Dad passed, the house was inherited by me. You really don't listen, do you, Mom?
When did you do that without telling me?
Last summer when they came back for a visit. Oh right, you were on that hot springs trip with your friends then.
So just because I didn't know means you can do whatever you want?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. I even wrote it on the whiteboard by the entrance.
The whiteboard?
What? You mean you didn't even look at that? Writing important messages on that board was your idea in the first place. Remember? Well, you're always going out, Mom, so it's hard to get a hold of you. And you don't answer calls or read my texts thoroughly. So when I complained, you said it's a hassle to be told everything verbally or over text. And you wrote up that whiteboard and put it there yourself, telling me to write things down on it instead. You forgot? I guess I never got into the habit of checking it. So what are we supposed to do from now on? If Leah and her family will live here, what about me and you? Oh God, that house belongs to brother-in-law as of this summer. Huh? So starting today, you and I have to move out since they'll be living there now. This is what happens when you don't read the board, Mom. You should really discuss your living situation going forward with Leah's family. Why didn't you tell me something so important in person? I did tell you. You just weren't listening. You were brushing it off dismissively like, got it. But clearly you didn't actually get it at all. That wasn't my intention at all. Where will you live? Can't I live with you? I got assigned to a factory in Texas, so I already sent my stuff up there. Texas? That's so far. Oh yeah, I did ask you before if you would want to go to Texas. You asked me that? I thought you meant for a trip. I remember you said you'd hate to live somewhere that hot. But you're going to live up there all alone at your age? I won't be alone. Clara has already gone up there to wait for me. What? Clara? Why would she do that? You're telling me your divorced ex is waiting for you up there? You're lying. I'm not. I never divorced her, and I never planned to either. What's going on? You really think someone as clueless as Clara would make it up in Texas? Are you sure about that? Mom, quit disparaging her already. She's useless. You may not have known, but she got all kinds of certifications to work in elderly care. Oh, I knew she had some care certifications to help look after your grandma and grandpa. Certifications, yes. She studied and got licensed for whatever was needed as we went along. I didn't realize that. And that's why you shouldn't talk bad about a hardworking person. Whatever. Actually, right after she left this house, I saw her shackling up with some new guy. She's just a shameless hussy. Ah, I never told you about that. My bad for the misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Are you saying I'm wrong? The guy you saw with Clara was her brother. What? Don't be ridiculous. Clara's whole family died a long time ago. Mom, I kept this from you, but she's her mom's child from another man. What? She had a different biological father. I didn't mention it because I figured you'd make a fuss over it. Make a fuss over what? So, this other father of Clara's passed away recently and left her an inheritance. Why keep something that important from me? You know I'd have to be involved with anything involving money. Exactly, that's why I didn't tell you. I knew you'd be antsy about it like you are now. Clara's inheritance belongs to the family she married into. See, you're already eyeing her assets. Well, I can't say the thought didn't cross my mind. You've had her do all the housework and elder care. Of course you'd try taking her money too. What? Leo, whose side are you on? I've been on Clara's side from the start. What about me? You're abandoning your own mother? Clara said the only reason she persevered through your constant nagging and belittling to care for Grandma, Grandpa, and Dad until the very end was because I, along with them, thanked her for it over and over. There was a time I suggested moving out, but she said at least while caring for the elders, she couldn't bring herself to leave. A wife as admirable as that, there's no way I'd abandon her. In fact, I plan to keep repaying her from now on. So, what am I supposed to do? You need to have a serious discussion with Leah's family about your living situation going forward. This is insane. I can't believe this is happening. As harsh as this sounds, you should deeply regret all the verbal abuse you put Clara through. Leo, can I come with you to Texas? What? You're still on about that? Sorry, but if it means protecting my wife, I'm willing to cut ties as your son. Please don't say such an awful thing. Well, I won't cut ties completely, but if you keep giving her a hard time, I'll have to seriously consider it. I'll just ask to stay with Leah's family then. I don't care if you abandon me. Oh, I did forget one thing. What now? Is there more? Leah's mother-in-law lives alone, so they decided she'll move in with them too. What? Leah's family, their son's family, the grandkid, and the grandmother all under one roof? Haha. Even with the good wife-mother-in-law relationship they have, that's going to be tight. Haha. Which means there's no room for you, Mom. So what am I supposed to do? A helpless old lady all alone? I asked you about this over and over in advance. It's your own fault for not listening. Well, you'll just have to figure something out then, won't you? It's not too late, is it? I'll apologize to Clara for how I treated her. What good will apologizing to her do? Could you please ask her if she can support me financially to live alone? Please. Mom, I can't even begin to describe how appalling that request is. After everything you put her through and leached off her labor, to come begging for money once you're in a bind? Have you no shame? I never expected things to turn out like this. I thought with her out of the picture, there'd be one less mouth to feed and we'd be better off financially. What an idiotically selfish thing to say. Trying to play the victim after you tried driving Clara out? Even if she forgives you, I never will. And I don't think her brother will either. Her brother? I've never met him or anything. Since you always complained about Clara's family matters, I avoided telling you, but I'll explain. What is it? Clara's biological father was a very important person who basically ran this whole area. What? And her brother took over as the new boss after him. You're lying. Unfortunately not, and in fact, you gave his little sister a hard time, so you're likely on his radar now too. No way. That's why stop harassing her. Be careful. Why is this happening? Well, in any case, Leah's family will be there soon, so discuss it with them and figure it out. Mom, reflect deeply on how awfully you treated the woman who sacrificed so much to care. Goodbye.
Leo, did you make it to the airport?
Hey Clara, they said boarding starts in 30 minutes.
It's been so long, hasn't it? Finally, after 35 years, it's over.
Oh, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you.
No, it's alright. While I certainly don't have any fond memories with your mother, thinking back actually makes me tear up from how much resentment I felt. But your grandparents and father-in-law were always kind to me, and in the end, I was able to repay them by caring for them.
They were all grateful to you.
It was difficult, but I was able to go through it because you were always on my side. Thank you, truly.
No, thank you, Clara. I'm the one who is eternally grateful to have had you taking care of me this whole time. I never properly expressed it to your face, but thank you.
From now on, it will be just the two of us, helping each other out together.
Yeah, that's right.
What is your mother going to do?
I asked my sister earlier, and she said Mom is still in shock, just stunned silent. Probably because I ended up telling her about your family situation too.
What? You told her about my brother?
My bad.
Well, it's fine. When she knows my brother's occupation, she'll probably become much more compliant.
You're probably right. Looks like we're about to board.
I'll go pick you up.
Thank you. See you later.
Yes, see you soon. Since my mother-in-law had nowhere to live, she meekly lived with my sister-in-law's family. But I guess she got tired of having to walk on eggshells because she started acting completely selfish and unrestrained. Eventually, it came out that she had been secretly tormenting Leah's daughter-in-law behind their backs, and she ended up getting kicked out. That said, Leah isn't heartless, so she was looking for an elderly care home that Rose could move into. Rose reluctantly moved in, but since no one would come visit her, probably because of her arrogant attitude, she wasn't able to get along with anyone at the facility either, leaving her isolated and alone, which was her own doing. As pitiful as her lonely twilight years are, word is her dementia has been progressing lately. Apparently, she's been apologizing to the care staff, saying, "I'm sorry, Clara."
Sis, I have something important to tell you. Is this a good time? It's been a while. What's going on? Dad hasn't been feeling too well lately, so I'm taking him to the hospital. Will you come with me? Huh? Hospital again? I mean, why do I have to go too? It's true that you just went there the other day, but this time it's more serious. The doctor wants to examine him more closely. It wasn't something important, right? It was. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Well, he's old. You'll come with me, right, sis? I don't want to. Why don't you two just go? You guys always do. I'd be lonely on my own. I need someone to keep me company. Maybe they'll announce something important. What? A big announcement? Like a terminal diagnosis? You're overreacting, aren't you? I'm worried when I see Dad. I think he wants you to come too. I'm sorry I can't. I'm busy with work. I'm working too. You're just a part-timer. Don't compare me to you. I used to be a full-time employee, but I had to take care of Dad, so I became a part-timer. Please, will you go with me to the hospital just once? You're so stubborn. I told you I can't. Can't you do something about that? I'm sorry, but I don't have time for your selfishness. What do you mean, selfish? See you later. Wait a minute, sis. Sis, I have some updates for you. Huh? What now? Don't ask me to go to the hospital again. Our father is in critical condition. What? Why don't you hurry over here right now? You didn't come to visit him at all. I think he'd at least like to see you one last time. So the time has finally come. What do you mean? Never mind, I'll be there, don't worry. Oh, and has the funeral been planned yet? Wait a minute, sis. I'm telling you that he is in critical condition. I never said anything about a funeral. Got it. Maybe I'm rushing into things. It's an impending issue. I'll be there tomorrow. They said the worst of it is making it through tonight. If you don't come now, I'm afraid it might be too late. Well, that's just the way it is then. But I'll be there, don't worry. I'll have to take what I can get. Sis, what are you talking about? Are you listening to me? Are you following me? Our father is in critical condition. You may never see him again. Are you okay with that? I know, you're overreacting. We haven't seen each other for the past few years. It doesn't mean much to me when you say that we won't be able to see each other anymore. I'm like, okay. For you, maybe, but for him, it's not. You should come today. Are you really his daughter? You should at least be by his deathbed with me. You forced me to take care of him. Why don't you honor him for the last time? Shut up, you little goody two-shoes. You were only with him for the money, weren't you? Huh? I know you were with him for his inheritance. Whatever you've planned is useless because I'm the eldest daughter. Okay, I know we're rich. Our grandfather is rich. You're hiding it, aren't you? What are you talking about? Anyway, I'll take it all. I'll try to get there early. I have to go before someone takes it away from me. I don't know what you're talking about, but you better get here soon, before it's too late. Sis, where are you now? You had already left the hospital room before I knew it. I'm already home. Huh? Home? I don't like hospitals. They smell like medicine. You have to be quiet. Well, your father is dying. You're being so dramatic. It's not true that her father is dying, is it? That's what the doctor said, so I'm sure. He's holding on for now. I shouldn't have rushed over there. I took a day off to go all the way out there. You don't have to say it like that. Your father is going through a rough time. And I don't know if it's the meds or what. Dad just slept the whole time and couldn't even talk to me. I went there with such high expectations. I wish I could have that time back. Expectations? What did you expect? Nothing. Well, maybe soon enough. Huh? I'm going out for a drink with friends. You're going out for a drink? At a time like this? Shut up! All that matters right now is that you're next to him. Well, if something happens to him, call me again. I might not be able to pick up the phone right away, though. Sis, I tried to call you several times, but I couldn't get through, so I'm going to text you. Dad passed away. What? When? Right after you went home. Wow! I didn't expect it to be so soon. I'm so sorry. If you'd stayed at the hospital, you could have been by his deathbed. What can I do? I didn't think he'd die today. What are you talking about? I told you he was dying. Okay. I have to make arrangements for the wake and funeral. You'll help me, right, sis? I'm too busy. Busy? You're the one who took care of Dad. You should be the one to take care of him to the very end. I can't believe that's coming from his own daughter. But I'll be at the wake. Hey, sis. The funeral's over. Where are you? It's good that you and your husband came to the wake yesterday. You didn't do anything until now, but you acted like you're the eldest daughter, like you're so proud of yourself. You just got drunk and went to bed. You didn't attend the funeral today. You don't have a hangover or something, do you? If that's the case, I really doubt your humanity. I drank a lot yesterday for the first time in a long time. But as you can imagine, the alcohol has worn off. It's already 2 p.m. Why didn't you come to the funeral? I had some errands to run. What errands? Dad left me something good at the last minute. What? What good thing? I found his bank book. What? Well, my husband and I were just saying that we wanted to buy our own house soon. It's a good timing. What are you talking about? Even though we don't have kids, we didn't want to live in a small apartment forever. But now, we'll get to live in a big mansion. It's been a dream of mine for years to live in a house with a pool. I'm so happy to finally make my dream come true. No, I don't understand it all. Can you explain it? Dad had $3 million saved up, and I spent it all. Huh? $3 million from Dad? You're kidding. I'm not kidding. There was $3 million in his account. That's impossible. What do you mean you spent it? If you really did spend it, why are you telling me without showing any remorse? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. You're an idiot, aren't you? What? You've always been an idiot and not that clever. I've taken advantage of you. I never wanted to take care of my old father. I'm so glad you took care of him. And I get to keep all the good parts, don't I? So, what does that mean? Don't you get it? You really are dumb, aren't you? Well, I stole his bank book during the funeral. Stole? I was at my parents' house during the funeral, and I found his bank book in a drawer on a shelf in the living room. Wait a minute, I'm telling you, it's his fault, okay? He left it unlocked. He's so careless. I was right. Our father saved up a lot of money. I could buy a $3 million house with this money. That's not his money. What? What are you talking about? It was in his account, so it's his money. Did you check the name on the bank book? What? There's no way he has that much money. He was paying for Mom's nursing home. But the balance in the bank book was definitely $3 million. I counted the digits over and over to make sure. Not the amount. Look at the name printed in the bank book. The name is different. Could it be Grandpa's, hidden in the house? Huh? Grandpa's? You must have taken Grandpa's bank book by mistake because you were in a hurry to steal it. It's true. This is Grandpa's name. I didn't notice that at all. Well, their names are very similar. Well then, you didn't spend the money in the account without permission, did you? If Grandpa found out, you'll be in big trouble. If it's Grandpa's account, does that mean I can't use it? Of course you can't use it. But I'm his granddaughter. As his grandchild, can't I inherit it? Grandpa is still alive. What? Can't I inherit it if he's still alive? What are you talking about? Of course not. Well, what should I do? You took Grandpa's hidden savings without permission. You've completely messed up. You do realize that Grandpa is an active politician and is a very scary man, right? They call him the boss in the political world. Wait a minute. What's this? I'm going back to replace it right now. Huh? What do you mean replace it? I'll be over there as soon as I can. Get our father's bank book ready. I'll put Grandpa's bank book back where it belongs. After what you just said, there's no way I'm giving you our father's bank book. I don't understand how quickly you're going to change it to our father's bank book. And like I said before, he never had any inheritance to begin with. And to think that you snuck into our parents' house for that, I'm really disgusted. When did you become such a disgusting person? Now is not the time to be talking like that. I've already shown the account and paid the down payment. I can't undo it. I'm stunned. You've already signed the contract? Our father had some savings, right? Why don't I take it all? That doesn't work. Why not? It's written in the will. All of his savings went to Mom before his death. Since she's in a nursing home, he wants to make sure she can be taken care of. I think it's a very loving and wonderful thing he did. What about me then? Grandpa's pissed. What? Is he there? Of course he is. He was at the funeral. Dad is his own son. I see. Of course he'll make you pay back everything you spent. Well, you can't use it. There is security on it. I don't think you could spend it. Maybe he'll get mad at you for lying and stealing. Am I in trouble? Why did you tell Grandpa? It's your fault. Even if I hadn't said anything, the bank would have contacted him because of security. I'm sure Grandpa would have found out as soon as he looked into it. What about my mansion? I went to sign the lease as soon as I heard about him dying. I already borrowed and paid the down payment. What should I do? Don't ask me. Well, even if you bought the house, I guess they'll take away the mansion and you'll only be left with the down payment. What? You're kidding. I thought it was just a temporary thing, so I borrowed from a place where I could borrow quickly. I borrowed the down payment in a hurry from a slightly shady place. Will I get in trouble if I don't repay it quickly? I guess it depends on how shady the place is. Well, there's a good chance that the collectors are pretty shady. What should I do? Should I ask my mom for help? I mean, Mom has his savings, right? I would never allow that. To spend the money he left for Mom. Can't you see that's not something I would allow? Besides, Mother is appalled. You deserve to be completely ignored. Maybe I should ask Grandpa for help. It's not like I wanted to steal from Grandpa. I mean, I wasn't trying to steal from him. I just took it because I thought it was an inheritance that was going to go to me. It was inevitable. I don't think so. I think you should just shut up. Are you out of your mind, trying to depend on Grandpa after what you did? I just told Grandpa and he's giving a wry smile. Huh? Why did you tell him? I could have asked him differently. I'm sure you'd get the same reaction no matter how you ask. He's saying he's going to cut you off. Oh no! What should I do, Janet? If I don't do anything, those collectors will take me somewhere. Goodbye, sis. Goodbye? You don't care what will happen to me? I don't even consider you my sister anymore, so I don't care. Huh? Janet? I didn't really feel like we are family. To be honest, I didn't like you for a long time. I've finally come to the conclusion that I want to break it off with you. What? Why? What the hell did I do? You left me in charge of our father's care. You didn't come to visit him or help me. You stole Grandpa's bank book from the house during the funeral and tried to spend the money. As you can imagine, both my mom and Grandpa are disgusted. Remember that you offended all of your relatives. We're going to cut off ties with you from now on. Wait a minute. So you're saying no one will help me? I don't have this kind of money. Why don't you ask your husband? It seems your husband had the same idea. I'm afraid he won't be able to help you though, because I'm sure he's a total jerk. Of course he agreed with me. Who wouldn't want to have a lot of money? It's not that easy to get a lot of money. Face the reality. By the way, our father didn't have any inheritance at all. I inherited his land. There's nothing for you to inherit. Huh? Then give me the land. It's worth a lot of money if you sell it, right? I'm your sister. I should be entitled to it. I only inherited it according to the will. It's not fair. You get the land and I get nothing? You're supposed to inherit the family house. I don't need that old house. Maybe you should just give up your right to inherit it so you don't have to pay anything. You'd have to renovate to sell it. Oh no! I'll be left with nothing but garbage. Well, that's one way to look at it. Or maybe it's Dad's way of reminding you of your old family. Either way, it doesn't seem to work for you. I don't think you can become a better person. I hope you and your husband can work together to pay off your debt. Wait a minute! Are you really going to give up on me? What about my mansion? Please ask Grandpa. I didn't mean to steal his money. I'm a stranger to you now, so I don't have to listen to you. Don't depend on our family, okay? Well then, goodbye. My sister was fired from her job along with her husband. It was, of course, my grandfather who made that happen. He is a politician and close to a number of business owners. The presidents of my sister and her husband's company were no exception. Both of them were unemployed and desperately looking for work, but they could not find a decent job, and their debts only grew. The contract for the mansion was also voided due to our grandfather's arrangements. My sister's longtime dream ended in vain. Things got even worse for her. Her stealing the bank book was reported to the police. She was arrested. She tried desperately to make excuses, but the influence of the grandfather was too great. She was at her wit's end. In court, her misdeeds were exposed in detail. She was ridiculed by many people. Her husband also abandoned her and filed for divorce. In the end, she lost everything and got no help from anyone. She is going to prison. Meanwhile, I bought a condominium with the inheritance my father left me. I went back to work full-time from a part-time job. From time to time, I visit my mother in nursing home. I spend my days peacefully.
Bob, I just finished work and I'm leaving the office now.
Janet, you're working late again, aren't you? I'm already home. Took a bath. Eating dinner my mom made me, and watching TV with her.
Your mother is there tonight too? Is she going to stay overnight too?
Isn't it obvious? What are you talking about now? How dare you sound like you don't want her to be here?
I didn't mean it. I'm not saying I don't like her coming over. But isn't she coming too often? She's been here every day since we moved into our new house. And I don't mind her coming to visit, but I don't want her to stay over. I feel a little uncomfortable and can't relax after coming home and she's there. And I don't want her in the kitchen. I don't like it when people open the refrigerator without asking me. I told her I'll cook when I get home and asked her not to come into the kitchen. I'd appreciate it if you'd give her a heads up when you notice.
Huh? You could at least thank her. She's making me dinner. And you're crazy to ask me to tell her not to come into the kitchen. You're leaving work now. You'll be home around 9:30. What time do you think it will be if you cook dinner after that? You want me to just wait for you while I'm starving?
I always have some frozen food or something to snack on, in case I'm running late. Or why don't you just cook?
Huh? Why do I have to cook? My mom is making it for me. What's wrong with that?
So, I really don't like the fact that she comes over every day. I also don't like her coming into my kitchen. Later, she'll tell me that I should use the kitchen better and buy better food. I wish you would put yourself in my shoes.
Why do you hate my mother so much?
Don't get me wrong, I don't hate her. But every day like this, she has been staying over every day since the day after we moved into our new house. It's been about 3 weeks now, and your mother doesn't think we're living together, does she? We bought this house because we want to have children. It's not for your mom. And yet, she uses the room that was supposed to be the child's room, as if it were her own room.
You're a real cold bastard. We don't have a child right now, and the room is empty, so it doesn't matter. We'll just have to rethink what we're going to do when we have kids.
Oh no. Then Bob, until we have kids, do you want your mom to stay at our house?
Oh, of course. That is my plan.
Huh? You never told me. Don't make such a decision on your own. I'm sure your dad would miss her if she stayed here all the time. Does your father prepare his own meals? I think it's about time for her to go home.
No. Mom and Dad are divorced. They sold the house, and Dad lives alone, so Mom has nowhere to go. She doesn't have the money to live on her own, and you want to kick her out. Don't you feel sorry for her?
Hey, I didn't hear anything about your parents getting divorced. Why didn't you tell me that sooner?
Because even if I told you, it wouldn't have made any difference. I didn't think I had to tell you.
No. I could forgive you even if you hadn't told me, but if she moves in with us, that affects me too.
So let me ask you, are you asking my mother to leave? She doesn't have anywhere to go. You're such a cold person.
Don't judge me. It might be tough for her to leave right now. She could stay with us until she gets a house and a job. But I don't want her to stay forever. Tell her to find a house and a job as soon as possible.
You really pissed me off. She is your mother-in-law, but she's also your family. You should take better care of her.
That's why I'm saying that it's okay for her to stay until she finds them. Besides, don't change the subject. It's not right for you to decide such an important matter without consulting me.
Ugh, shut up. I'm done talking about this. I don't care what you say, it's decided that we're going to live together. I'm not going to let you complain. I don't even want to be with you today, so I'm going to sleep in my mom's room.
Huh?
Good night.
Janet, I kind of noticed that you don't like me. I'm about to cry hearing you criticizing me. If this is how it's going to be, I should have been against him marrying you. You work and work and work until these hours, and you still haven't had a child. If you work so hard, it's as if he doesn't make enough money. Susan, could it be... Did you see my texts with Bob? Yes, I did. I saw them. You said whatever you wanted to say.
I didn't say anything that I didn't want you to see. If he doesn't speak up, I was going to tell you myself. I think you saw them earlier. If you got divorced and have nowhere to go, you can live with us until you find a house and a job. But it can't be forever. I would like you to find a house and a job as soon as possible.
Janet, you want me to work even though I'm old? What a terrible daughter-in-law.
No. Your ex-husband is 5 years older than you. But he's still working hard, isn't he? And there are many people at your age in our company. And if you don't want to work, you shouldn't have divorced him.
You're a real jerk. That wasn't my choice. He left me. Talk about betrayal.
Isn't it because you are always spending more money than it's necessary?
Huh? How did you know why I got divorced? Don't tell me you and him are close.
No, I'm not. I just can tell. But when I met him before, he lamented that he couldn't tolerate you spending too much money. He also apologized to me over and over again for your constant judgment toward me. I think those things must have piled up and he had reached the end of his patience.
Shut up!
I don't want you to waste money in our house either. You told me to wear better clothes and buy better food. But if I do that, no matter how much money we have, it won't be enough, will it? We just bought a house and we want to save as much money as possible.
Don't be petty. You two are working. You can afford it.
You don't know anything, do you, Susan? Anyway, please, find a house and a job and leave as soon as possible.
How dare you? That's enough. I'll never consider you a daughter-in-law. Bob is too good to you. I'm going to show our texts to him and kick you out of this house. You better brace yourself.
Hey, who the hell do you think you are? You were awful to my mother.
If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me at home. You know I'm already home, right?
I was having a nice drink earlier and you ruined my mood. If I saw you right now, I'd be so angry. Just texting is fine.
Oh, okay. I just told her the same thing as I told you. There's no reason for you to get mad at me.
Mom is right. I don't know why I'm married to such a heartless woman like you.
Huh?
I've made up my mind.
What?
I've decided I'm going to live in this new house with Mom.
I've already told you before that it's fine just for now. However, after she finds a house and a job, she has to leave.
No, you're leaving.
Huh? Are you serious?
Of course I am. I can't be joking about this, can I? I've decided to live in this new house with my mom. Just the two of us. then I'll still forgive you. Except that she's going to live with us. Don't ever tell her again to get a house and a job and get out. I'm not asking for it, but I'm telling. I'm the head of the household in this house, and if you can't listen to me, get the hell out. If you don't want to, my mother and I will kick you out.
What the hell is wrong with you? Do you understand your position?
Huh?
You're the head of the household? Don't be ridiculous.
What are you talking about? I'm the head of the household. What I say is final.
I seriously don't know if you've forgotten or if you're just dumb, but I'm telling you the house is in my name.
Huh? That can't be true.
No. Did you actually pay for the house? You didn't have any money saved up, so I used my savings for the down payment. And we couldn't get a loan because you don't earn much. I'm the one who could get a loan.
Well, that doesn't mean it's your house because we're married. I'm a man, so it should be in my name.
Oh, give me a break. You're the house owner just because you're a man? I pay for it, so of course it's in my name. So I have the right to make all the decisions regarding this house. If you don't like me, I'll divorce you. But you're the ones who have to leave.
Wait a minute. Divorce?
Well, if you apologize now, I'll forgive you. But she should leave when she finds a house and a job. I'll give you one night to think it over. We'll discuss it again tomorrow night. Psst. I just got home and all my stuff is gone. What are you doing? You guys are not here. Where the hell did you go? We promised to talk today, didn't we?
I didn't make that promise. We don't have to talk about it. It's too boring. I'm having sushi with my mom. Jealous? Why don't you just eat your frozen foods?
Where's all my stuff?
I sent it to your parents' house.
Huh? Why did you do that? I said this house is in my name.
You are too arrogant. That's why I sent it to your parents' house to make you humble. You should be grateful because I sent the divorce papers with it.
Oh, so you want to divorce me?
I'm not saying I want a divorce. I'm saying I want you to be very sorry for what you did. I'm sure your parents will get mad at you when they see the package and divorce papers. Go back to your parents' house and reflect on what you did. You were acting all tough yesterday, but you don't want to divorce me, do you? I'm the only sweet guy who would be with you. I'm kind, so I'll give you one more chance. If you don't want to divorce me, you'll do as I say. Janet, what the hell is going on here? I got a document in the mail telling me to get out of this house.
That's exactly what you should do.
Huh? I didn't hear from you for 2 weeks, so I thought your parents got mad at you. You're not even sorry. If you keep acting like this, I'm really going to divorce you.
What are you talking about? The divorce papers have already been filed and accepted.
What? You gotta be kidding. Why did you do that?
You filled out the divorce papers first. You sent them to my parents' house. I agreed to the divorce, so I filed it. That's all.
You don't think you'd actually...
My parents got my stuff. Plus, I came home. They were pretty surprised at first, but as soon as I told them what happened, they agreed to the divorce.
But why the hell should I have to move out of this house? Me and my mom will have no place to live. You filed for a divorce on your own and you're staying at home. That means me and mom can continue to live in this house, right?
I've already put that house on the market.
Huh? That's a lie.
At first, I was thinking of divorcing you and living in the house by myself. But it's too big for just me. And what's more, I didn't want to live in a house where you and your mom had your way. So, I decided to put the house on the market.
And you've already sold it?
Yes. I'm so glad we chose a house in a good location, close to a station and a supermarket. It was the right decision to look for a house like that so that we could sell it if something happened to us. It's a new house, and it sold for a little bit more than when we bought it. I'm really lucky.
Oh no. What are we supposed to do? We don't have a place to live and we don't have any money.
I don't give a shit about that. You've already divorced. We're strangers. You can take care of yourself. I'll let you live until the day after tomorrow. If you're still in that house, then I'll call the police. That's the plan.
Oh no.
Janet, Bob told me what happened. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm the one who told him to send your stuff and divorce papers to your parents' house. It's not his fault. I thought if I did that, you would be sorry and agree to let me move in with you. I never thought that you would actually file for divorce.
When you say you thought I'd be sorry, you're just pretending to be sorry. It's obvious that you don't feel sorry about anything.
And that's not true. I do feel bad now.
So, what do you want? I'm divorced from your son, so I'm a stranger to you too.
Hey, can you and Bob get back together? He's really depressed.
I don't want to. I'm so happy now. I don't know if he's a mama's boy or what, but he's always taking your side. He does nothing to take care of the house. I'm really happy to cut ties with him and you, who enjoys bullying and wasting money.
Wow.
I was really stressed out, now that I think about it. I deserve to say that, don't I?
Okay, but can you please let me continue to live in this house? It's not too late, is it? I won't ask you to let me stay here for free. I'll pay some rent. I just can't stand the thought of not being able to live in such a comfortable house.
Well, they haven't paid yet. It may not be too late if I ask. They are willing to pay $700,000 for it. Can you pay more than that?
There's no way I can pay that. This house costs that much? Bob told me that you put the down payment. The loan is in your name. I had no idea you were making that much money.
You thought your son's salary was better than mine, just because he is a man. You don't know about how much he makes?
I've never asked.
He only takes home $1,500 a month.
What? That's so low.
That's right. So there's no way he can afford to live in this house, right? By the way, I make more than 3 times that amount.
That much?
Now you finally understand that you can't live in that house, right? I told your son that if you're still in the house the day after tomorrow, I will call the police. Now, if you'll excuse me. I wonder if they just gave up or if they got scared when they heard the word police. They left the house. Having a mother who is unemployed and a spendthrift. He started working part-time at a convenience store late at night. However, he kept falling asleep at work, and the company found out that he was working part-time, even though he was not allowed to work on the side. He was fired from his day job. He says that he manages to make ends meet by holding down a number of part-time jobs. But I imagine he only earns about the same amount of money as before, even though he works multiple jobs. I think he must be leading a very difficult life. I bought a new apartment near my parents' house. With the money from the sale of the house, I like my current life very much because I can be alone as much as I want and still be able to see my parents. A friend of mine found out about my divorce and introduced me to a man who I actually started dating. I would like to get to know him without rushing. What the hell is this?
Hey, what's wrong?
Look at me. I'm being left out again.
Left out? You're on the same plane with us.
Yes, we are on the same plane. But why is my seat so far away from you? And why are your parents coming on our trip?
Hey, calm down. My parents mentioned that they wanted to go on an overseas trip too. So I just invited them.
So you invited them without telling me? Are you serious? This trip was supposed to be the honeymoon we've been planning all year. That's why we asked my parents to take care of the kids. And now you're telling me you invited your parents? Oh God. What were you thinking? And now look at you, sitting happily with your parents beside you. I can't believe you.
I had no choice. Besides, they are old. I need to assist them with luggage and stuff, you know?
I understand that, but I don't know why you picked this seat for me.
I told you I had no choice. That was the only available seat.
I don't believe you.
I mean, it doesn't matter if my parents are with us, right? You are part of the family now. You don't have to freak out like this.
You don't get my point. If I knew you would do this, I would have brought my parents too. But we talked about this for a long time. This is our honeymoon trip.
If we went with such a large group, it would be completely out of our budget, honey.
That's not what I'm talking about. I wanted to enjoy the trip with just the two of us. I can't believe it turned out like this.
Oh, come on. Are you saying you can't enjoy the trip just because my parents are with us?
I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to make the most of our time together. We've been so busy with work and raising our kids since we got married. We haven't had a lot of time to spend alone together. I thought we could finally make that happen. This is a completely different trip now.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to send my parents back home now? We can go on a honeymoon anytime. Let's just enjoy this trip with my parents this time.
Whatever. You don't get it.
I promise, we will have a perfect honeymoon next time.
Oh, really? We'll see.
Lucy, do you really hate going on trip with us that much?
Hey, Lydia. That's not true.
Oh, come on. I saw all your messages to Dustin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read everything.
I knew it. You love to peek at someone else's phone.
Excuse me? Dustin is sitting next to me. I can see it even if I don't want to.
I see.
Seriously, show some respect to us. What is wrong with you? Why is it a bad thing to want to spend time with my son and his wife?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not blaming you at all either. But sometimes you are out of bounds.
Bounds? Here you go again. You can't play the victim all the time. Little advice for you. Learn how to respect, okay?
thanks for your useless advice.
Oh, wow.
So, are you done?
No. Actually, there are important things that I need to tell you. Dustin said he only reserved one room. Do you know what that means, right?
Well, of course he only booked one room, which is for us. We had originally planned this trip just for the two of us. You guys suddenly showed up at the airport this morning and told me that you were coming with us.
I see. So you know what I mean. You should sleep outdoors.
What?
Dustin tried to book an additional room, but the hotel was fully booked. The room he got was supposed to be for 3 people, so it was perfect.
What do you mean it's perfect?
It's perfect because I don't have to stay with a disrespectful person like you.
I see.
Good luck finding a place to sleep. I heard that all the hotels around here are fully booked.
So, Dustin doesn't care if I can't stay in the same hotel?
Yeah, he doesn't care. And just sleep outdoors.
Fine.
Aw, you sound so miserable. I'm sorry your honeymoon turned out like this, but it is not our fault, okay?
Honey, your mother is crazy. I can't believe she said I should sleep outdoors.
What? Did she say that to you?
Yeah, she said it's perfect because she doesn't have to stay with an annoying person like me. Can you believe that?
Oh, well, just book a hotel somewhere. We have no choice.
Are you serious? Okay, I guess we'll just have to be separated for the whole trip.
What? How about we meet up once we get off the plane, and then we'll split up when we check into the hotel. And we can meet up in the morning again.
That's not what I meant. As I said, this trip was supposedly our honeymoon. And now I have to check into a different hotel alone. What's the point of this trip now?
What are you talking about? It's just that we have to stay in a different hotel. That doesn't mean our trip is ruined.
Ugh, whatever. You never understand how I feel. I'm seriously going crazy.
Honey, calm down.
I'm so done with you. I don't want to continue this trip. I'd rather spend it alone, and I'm going back home by myself.
Are you serious?
Yes. Go tell your mother that she did a good job ruining everything.
Honey, please, calm down. Lucy, where are you? Did you already get the luggage? I can't find you. Don't tell me you went somewhere by yourself. Hello? Answer me, please. Are you mad at me? Hey. Seriously, it's not funny. Please, answer me. Oh, come on. Can you stop being so childish? Hey, are you kidding me? Fine. Do whatever you want.
Hey, where are you? Your father was looking for you. He wanted to ask about tomorrow's plan. Why aren't you in the room?
Hey, Mom. I'm sorry. I just went outside.
What? Outside?
I was just in the mood for a walk.
Well, why didn't you invite me and your father to join you?
It's really hot out. I don't think you will enjoy it. I've actually ordered room service for Mom and Dad. I requested a special wine.
Oh, wow. That sounds nice.
I think they will bring it soon. So you should stay in the room.
Okay. Oh, darling, you're such a thoughtful son. When are you coming back? We will wait for you before we open the wine.
I'm not sure. Just please go ahead and drink the wine without me. I will let you know when I'm coming back.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And don't be late. Take care, darling.
Okay, Mom. Hey, honey. I'm almost there.
Oh, that's good. But how did you get out? Didn't they get suspicious?
Well, Mom asked me where I was, so I arranged for hotel room service to bring them wine.
That's a good idea.
Right? My mom loves wine, and she immediately goes to sleep after 2 glasses.
Oh, yeah. She's probably asleep right now.
I hope so. I'm glad our plan worked. I think I will arrive at your hotel in a few minutes.
Okay. Oh, your sister called me. She says she arrived at her new apartment with her boyfriend. Their plan worked too.
Oh, that's good. I'm so relieved to hear that they made it.
Yeah, she also said she changed her number.
Good, good. Well, I think everything is perfect now. Thanks for all your help, honey.
Yeah, I'm really glad.
Oh, God. I'm so tired. I'm really tired of playing the role of Mama's boy husband. I'm sorry I had to be so mean to you.
No, it's okay. I know you don't mean any of that. It's just part of the plan.
Yeah, but this plan needs a lot of effort, you know? Next time, we have to think about easier plan. I'm seriously exhausted.
Me too. I try so hard to be mean in the text too. But we don't talk like that usually, so didn't know how to message you. I'm glad she read everything.
Yeah, she just keeps glancing at my phone the whole plane trip.
Really? Well, now your sister can start a new life just like us.
Yeah, we have to celebrate.
Let's do it. I'll be waiting for you at the hotel entrance, honey.
Hey, Dustin. Where are you? It's already past 10 p.m. We have to wake up early tomorrow. You should come back to the hotel now.
I'm not coming back.
What?
You didn't notice anything?
Notice what? Hold on. Your luggage is gone. What is going on? It got stolen?
No.
Tell me what is going on.
I'm with Lucy.
Huh? Why? I thought you were staying at this hotel tonight with us.
Of course not. I can't leave my wife alone like this. I will stay with Lucy tonight.
Oh, darling. I'm sure she will be fine alone. You should come back.
Mom, don't worry. I already paid for your stay in advance. But if there are any additional charges during the stay, you'll have to pay for them yourself.
I'm just saying you should stay with us. We decided to accompany you on this trip to remind your sassy wife of her place. After your argument with her, you wanted to enjoy this trip separately with Lucy, right?
What are you talking about? Well, whatever. I think it's time to tell you our real plan.
Real plan?
Yeah, there's a lot of reason. But the main reason was to protect Lucy from you.
From me? I'm not doing anything to her. Besides, I am being nice to her more than anyone. She's the one who doesn't know how to respect me.
Being nice? Do you remember what you were complaining about her? You kept insisting she should quit working and focus on the house. You kept bringing up how she earns more than me, like it's a problem. You said she doesn't respect you or know how to obey you. You even went as far as saying she's useless just because she had a girl. Do you remember any of that?
Yes, I do. Everything is true. There's nothing wrong with pointing out her shortcomings. I need to educate her properly and help her become a perfect wife for you.
She's already perfect, just the way she is.
Oh, I don't think so.
It's true that Lucy makes more money than me. Partly it's because she's in a high-paying job, but it's also because she puts in the effort to make it worthwhile. You claim Lucy doesn't respect you, but she's always shown respect. If anything, it's you who isn't respecting her. You also say Lucy doesn't obey you, but there's no need for her to obey you. You kept asking her to do stupid things, like requesting she quit her job, or insisting she come over just to clean your house.
Well, she's part of our family. She needs to follow our rules.
Rules? Nobody follows that stupid rules. Seriously, Mom? We had enough.
I'm doing this for the sake of Lucy and you.
I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going back home with Lucy and moving to a new house.
A new house? I never heard anything about that.
We're cutting ties with you.
What? Don't be ridiculous. You're overreacting, Dustin.
I've warned you so many times, haven't I? But you kept harassing my wife. There's no use in contacting Lucy's parents either. They know our plan, and they won't tell you where we're relocating.
What? That's not fair.
I'm sure our kids have already arrived at our new house. Lucy and I will change our cell phone numbers after this trip. So this is the last time I'm talking to you.
Oh, Dustin, don't do this to me.
Oh, by the way, I will not help you financially anymore.
What? If you stop sending money, we won't be able to make a living.
I don't think so.
Dustin, please don't do this. Please. Pick up the phone. Please don't ignore me. It's an emergency.
Emergency? Are you okay? What's wrong?
I just got back from the trip and then...
Kylie is not home too? And her stuff is gone as well, right?
So, you know?
Yes, I know everything.
Why did she leave? Tell me why she left the house and where she is.
I don't know where she is, but I can tell you why she left.
Tell me now.
Sure. Well, do you remember how terribly you treated your daughter?
What?
I heard you forced her to start part-time at a young age and used that money for your own benefit. After she started a full-time job, you forced her to put 90% of her salary into the house.
What's wrong with that? That's the rule of the house.
I don't know how that money was spent, but Kylie was unable to freely spend the money she should have earned herself. Even if she wanted to leave the house and live on her own, it would have been difficult for her to save up the money to do so. So 2 people helped her out of that terrible situation.
2 people? What are you talking about?
Dustin and Kylie's boyfriend.
Boyfriend? She had a boyfriend?
Yes, I've met him too. They've been dating for 4 years.
That long? I didn't notice it at all.
Because you never cared about Kylie other than her money. Both Dustin and her boyfriend were very hurt that Kylie couldn't live her own life.
I've never heard such a thing from Dustin.
Are you sure? Dustin warned you so many times about it. But you never listened to him. So Dustin asked her boyfriend for help. Her boyfriend talked to her and made her realize that she couldn't stay like that forever. So Kylie decided to leave the house and live with her boyfriend. She also said that she had already resigned from her work and that she was going to look for a new job in a new place slowly.
What?
This leads me to the story of our recent trip. We purposely made you come on our trip. We knew that if you got wind of our plans, you would probably come with us.
Wait a minute.
The plan was to leave Kylie alone in the house during this trip. Didn't you notice? Everyone was in on our plan. From the beginning, Dustin purposely booked a seat for me far away from you guys. Even the hotel booking, too. We just made it look like Dustin was always on your side.
What the hell?
Thankfully, our plan worked out.
Oh, God. I can't believe it. You're lying.
But it's true.
Besides, I can't believe my daughter would betray me like this. It's her responsibility to provide for her parents.
Do you know how manipulative you are? Kylie has been putting up with you for a long time. If you continue like this, she will never be able to be happy for the rest of her life. I can't let her be manipulated by you. That's why we planned this trip.
I was doing this for the sake of my daughter.
I don't think so. You were doing it for your own sake, not for hers.
Shut up! You don't know anything.
I do. Well, I have explained everything now. We are done.
Done?
And Dustin told you, right? We are cutting ties with you.
Oh, please tell me you're lying. This can't be true.
Please accept the reality now.
Wait a minute. Please.
Goodbye. I haven't heard from my in-laws since then. But according to the neighbors, things have changed. It seems Kylie and Dustin stopped supporting them financially. So my in-laws had to find a new place to live. They stayed with relatives for a bit, but tensions arose and they had to move out. After some tough times, they managed to secure a small apartment and even mended fences with the family. It's reassuring to know they're doing better now, working hard to make ends meet. As for us, we're settling into our new place quite nicely. Couldn't be happier. I heard that Kylie's getting married soon, which is great news. And she's planning to invite our parents to the wedding. My kids are excited to reunite with their grandparents too. We're all looking forward to celebrating Kylie's big day and hopeful it'll be a chance for our family to come together again. It's comforting to see everything worked out in the end, despite the bumps along the way. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.